Hey, Nikki Brown here. No matter where you are and no matter what part of the world you are in, I hope that you're having a good day. Life is about choices, and sometimes there are consequences for the choices that we choose. And there are people in this world who don't have compassion or empathy if the consequences are not so good. Sometimes the consequences are good. Like if you're a giver and a sharer, a lot of times those things come back to you, even if that's not the reason why you should share. But sharing is caring, and it does come back to you, right? But if you're someone who has joy all the time and you encounter someone who's kind of more hardcore because of their experiences and life has hardened them, or they were raised to be hard, they won't have empathy or compassion for you. And sometimes you'll just have to deal with the consequences of whatever it is that is to result from that situation or circumstance. And everybody's situation or circumstance is different. But there are a lot of us who are very joyful and playful, and people don't like it. And so they sometimes will intentionally try to make things harder for you because of that. Because they're trying to provoke you or take you out of that state of joy. Because they don't know how to have it for themselves. And so that's one of the reasons I have this channel, to teach people, like, you don't have to be hard all the time. It doesn't mean somebody's going to take advantage of you. It doesn't mean that somebody's not going to take you seriously. But you do have people who won't. And so sometimes it's unfortunate if you're a joyful person, but sometimes you have to kind of be very stern and firm with people, or put them in their place in a way that says, just because I'm joyful does not mean that I'm a pushover. That just does not mean that you can take advantage of me, does not mean you can manipulate me. Because joy does not mean stupidity or naivete. And some people mistake that. Now, sometimes it does, but not all the time. And so you can't always bother people just because you're, the opposite of what their personality is. I say all the time, we are here to learn from one another, not to judge and criticize one another. And it's so horrible when we do judge and criticize one another. And it's unfortunate that for some people, that's their job. And they get a kick out of almost playing this God role because they get to control what people do or don't do. So sometimes you just have to put yourself in a better situation so that you don't even encounter those types of people. And this could be a manager, this could be an actual judge, any type of, leadership position. People will try to sabotage you or provoke you because they don't want you to have joy, and they're trying to take you out of that state of joy. Just be mindful that these are the type of games that some people play, and they get a kick out of it. They get a kick out of seeing people miserable or cry or sad, or missing out on opportunities, overlooking people. They love it. And it's unfortunate. But one of the things that I know to be true is that 9 times out of 10, those same people later on in life, just like they try to make people suffer, they will suffer too. And this is not, trying to, this is not about revenge or get back, but you can't treat people that way because there are certain laws of the universe and they come back around. Again, I always say, you can say God, Jehovah, Allah, an eye for an eye, a tooth for a tooth. Again, there are certain universal laws, whether that was your job or not. There are certain morals and values that you can still have in place, whether that is your job or not, that you can still treat people fairly, but a lot of people don't. They act from a malicious mindset. So again, be mindful of that and don't give them the energy to feed off of. If somebody's very stern and firm, be very stern and firm with them, because they don't like to see you with joy. And one of the things that I tend to do is pretend that they don't even exist unless I need to talk to them. If it's something business related, okay, yeah, no, fine, see you later. And then I go and laugh and I still have my joy. But you don't allow people to ruin it because they get a kick out of it. Anyway, that's my advice for you today. Love y'all. Later.